right. Gonna text my daughter. Hang on, if you need anything. All right. There we go. That hopefully that will protect any calls coming in. Hopefully. We will see. All right, I got that done. All right, hang on. Now I need to go over to YouTube. All right. Oh, okay, good. And hang on, do a search for Theology Central. I see the little light, the numbers there on the notification bell, and I was like, uh-oh, someone left any negative comments, but no negative comments, nothing about me, so that's good. All right, now I'm going to go here to the program. Central. Make sure. I see the little light. We sound good there. All right, turn that off. All right, that's good. So that's working. Go back here. I don't think the map is working though. No, the map is not working. So if you're listening, I greatly appreciate it. I just don't know that you are, but I do appreciate that you are, if you are. But I mean, maybe you're not. I don't know. I'm going to go to sermon audio really quick here. No, hang on. That's not what I want. Go to sermon audio. There's a couple of, there's another church current. Hang on. How many are there? There are, well, one's been broadcasting for 7 hours and 33 minutes. So you know what that means. Someone forgot to turn off their live stream. So we'll set that one aside. The other one, Harbor City Baptist Church, they started broadcasting 3 minutes ago. So I don't know if it's a funeral. I don't know if it's a special meeting. I don't know what. And then, of course, you have Theology Central, the podcast that's always broadcasting. All right. So we're broadcasting. Now let me go back here. Let's check the analytics. And the answer is the analytics are broken. All right. So I have no idea if you're listening. If you're listening, thank you so very much. I hope it's not a bad sign. See, I'm always conflicted on this, right? Because on one hand, I'm thinking, what I'm doing in this series, I don't know how popular it's going to be. On the other hand, when I was covering the songs of the summer, I didn't think that would be very popular. And yet my discussion of Ordinary by Alex Warren is the #1 downloaded message on sermon audio for me this year. Nothing else even comes close. Not Bible study, not exegetical study, not hermeneutics, but lyric analysis turned out to be the most popular. So maybe, I don't know how to interpret the current numbers. We will see. We will see. I don't know. I have all kinds of theories, but we'll get into that. Also, it's this is that time of week, or that time of year, and this is one of those weeks leading up to another holiday. After we just left one holiday, moving to another holiday, it's going to be, the download numbers, stream numbers are always very wildly unstable and unpredictable. So, I won't really, it will all level out somewhere in January. So, all right. I think we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Without any further delay, we go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Looking at our world from a theological perspective, this is the Theology Central Podcast, making theology central.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a little afternoon, and, well, it's around lunchtime, so How about we talk about some music? You want to do that? I will explain everything. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday, December the 29th, 2025. It is currently 12:06 p.m. Central Time, so just a few minutes after noon. I'm coming to you live from the Theology Central studio located right here in Abilene, Texas. And yes, I've got my headphones here. I mean, I can't, that's not going to do much for you. I've taken them off and it's time to talk about music. If you've been paying any attention, you know I've started this series on a particular album, the album that dominated 2025 in sales and downloads and streams. Nothing else came anywhere close. No, I mean, it blew everything away. So whether you like it or whether you hate it, you cannot deny that The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift was the biggest album of 2025. There's no way to argue that. I'm not saying best, I'm saying it was the biggest because it dominated everything. It broke records. It was streamed not millions of times, billions of times. So that means what? What does that mean, class? What does that mean? If that many people are listening to it and they're listening to it over and over and over again, repetition leads to formation. It leads to influence. And since this was the thing influencing so many people and we're fast approaching the end of 2025, I thought before we get to 2026, before we say hello to the new year, we'll go back and talk about the biggest album of 2025, and we'll try to do so before we say goodbye to 2025. That means I only have a few days to do this. I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be interesting, maybe a little bit entertaining as we go line by line, verse by verse, through the Life of a Showgirl album by Taylor Swift to see what she was saying, what the songs mean, and all of that. Now, I do know, for those who are very familiar with the album, I know what you're thinking. Well, if you're going to be uploading this to platforms like Sermon Audio, the Church One app, the Sermon Audio app, you can't go line by line through the entire album. Look, when we get to some of those songs that may be a little bit more difficult for me to talk about, we'll find a way to talk about it. We may not be able to go line by line, but I do think I'm going to do an episode to try to make a point. I think it could be pretty interesting. We will see. But I will handle it in a delicate way. I will be very careful. And because, the last thing I want to do is I don't want to in any way do anything that would, hurt the Sermon Audio platform in any way, shape, or form. Now, if I was just uploading it to all the other podcasting sites, I can do things a little bit different. But I will be careful and cautious when we get there. Some of you, I think, may be going, oh, does he know what's on this album? I know what's on the album. I do know what's on the album. And we'll handle it. I mean, we talked about a Slayer album that talked about some really messed up stuff. And I think we did that very well. I think I did pretty well with that. So are you ready? I'm not going to go back through everything we've already discussed. I did give kind of an overview of the success of the album and why we're going to talk about it. We then, late last night, we hit track number 1, Fate of Ophelia, and today we move on to track number 2. Now, I have to stress this. Please listen carefully. This is an important public announcement, if I can speak correctly, all right? This episode and all of the episodes as we walk through the album, The Life of a Showgirl, focuses on textual analysis and symbolic meaning. I am not diving into Taylor Swift's personal history, trying to say, oh, I think this song is about this guy, or this song is about this guy, or this is about Travis Kelce. I'm not doing that, okay? I know Swifties love to do that, and that's great. Go at it. Now this is very important. If I do some searching and I find that Taylor Swift herself said, this song is about this guy and this situation at this time, then I will mention that because that would not be, I'm not being fair in my textual analysis if I'm ignoring the the intent of the author, right? So what the author has to say, I'm going to listen to. But with this song as well, I looked it up and Taylor Swift did not say anything at all that this was about a specific person or a specific thing. You can read between the lines and that's okay. But I think the power in her songs is, on one hand, they can definitely be about what she's going through in a specific situation. And there's enough clues and hints for you to know that. But at the same time, there's enough layers in the lyrics that you can then look at bigger themes, bigger concepts, and situations that may be more applicable to your life than her life. So I don't want anyone to think, oh, he doesn't realize she's dating the famous football player from the Kansas City Chiefs. I know that. I know his name. I know that. But I don't think every song has to be interpreted through that lens unless Taylor Swift specifically says so. And in this song, she did not, she explained the symbolism, right? She explained the symbolism, and well, then that's what we're going to do. So are you ready? In this episode, we look at the second track on the album, Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. And the name of the song is, come on class, if you don't know, you're supposed to be looking at the album. It is Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor Swift singing a song entitled Elizabeth Taylor, and we're going to talk about it right now. Now, if you start listening to this song, I think it tells you what it's doing right away. I don't think there's any difficulty. It tells you what it's doing right away. It doesn't open with romance. It kind of opens with a question. And not just any question. I think it's a question that kind of echoes through the entire song, even though maybe it's not repeated frequently. But I think it's a song that echoes through the entire song. Do you think it's forever? Do you think it's forever? Do you think it's forever? Just keep processing that. Okay, hang on. There's something, hang on. Oh, I hate when I have to do this. We're going to have to stop. Hang on. All right. There's something going on outside. All right. Hang on. We're going to have to stop this. We'll start it again. Just give me 1 second. All right. I apologize. We're going to have to start this again. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and come back on. I thought someone was coming to the door. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second.